Okay guys, what's going on? In this video we'll be doing the Arctic box from Hack the Box. The IP address is 10.10.10.11 and I have done this box a few weeks ago and I recorded the video in the last week, but at the time I got one problem and I will show you what the problem is. And I have already done the nmap scan. So you can see there are few ports open: 135, 8500 and 49154. So at first I did not know what to search because I don't know what this port about. Even the nmap cannot find, that's why I put this question mark. So I have searched the Google for this 8500 port and it told me that generally it's been used by ColdFusion MX server. So it's Adobe ColdFusion. It is similar to this website hosting service. So it's similar to Apache web server. This is the ColdFusion server by Adobe. Now let's go into the browser. So this is the browser. You can see this is the index page, and if you go to CF IDE, ColdFusion IDE, and there is a docs, so that does not do anything. The website takes at least 20 to 30 seconds to process one request. So I will show you why that takes. So first, I don't know how to pen test this ColdFusion because I never did one. Then I googled for this how to pen test ColdFusion. So I came upon these two websites. So you can, I will put these links in the description, or you can just search for ColdFusion pen test. So you can see this is the directory structure. You can see here. Let's go to administrator. This is what we want. So if you go to this website nets.ec and ColdFusion hacking, so there they showed a vulnerability that it will expose the password hashes when you go to this root directory installation, ColdFusion 8 library, and then password properties %00n. So %00n is this is to truncate the remaining URL. Now let me delete this site.com and put this 10.10.10.11 8500. So this is the login page. Already username admin has been put there, so we need to find the password. I think we enter the correct one, or you can copy this one. Go to this. So now let me paste this here. Delete that extra /. So let's see which one gets first. So okay, I have already logged in that in this normal window. In the private window I did not log in. So now we should get the password hash, and you can see this is the password hash. Copy this and go to crackstation.net. and paste the hash here and click on crack hashes, and you can see the password is happy day. Now you can just type happy day. And one other trick is you can see we type the happy day, but it has been changed into this long string because it is being converted into hash by the JavaScript. So here in this website they have told that you don't need to crack the password, You can copy this one and you can inspect this one, and you can paste this here to generate the salt value and the password value, and it will perform this HMAC function, and then it will return the hex value. So with that value, using the burp suite, capture the login request and paste the password there, and you can log in. But the problem is this website takes some time, like 20 to 30 seconds. In that time value, this salt value gets changed. So that's why even though you have the salt value, after 20 seconds this salt value become useless, because the server generates new salt value. So that's why you need the password, so it will generate the it's like a legit login. So now go to console. I don't know why this got error. So okay, you can try this getting the hex value. So after logging in, all you need to do is go to mappings. So here we need to upload a shell. Generally we create a new schedule tasks. So go to mappings. So we need to understand where to upload and at which this directory it will reflect. Okay, I will show you. So I will show you what to upload. So let's say locate web shells, grep CFM. So CFM is CodeFusion markup language. You cannot create a reverse shell because it does not have a socket functionality. So there it is, cfexec.cfm. So it's generally normal web shell. You need to enter the commands, it will execute it for you. So you can see the logical path /cfide. It has been mapped to this physical path C CodeFusion 8 root cfide. So let's go to debugging and logging. Click on schedule task. You can also create a new mapping if you want. So this website is taking forever. Okay, now we have to create the schedule task here. I have already created one. So I'm going to show you how this looks, because the website is lagging. So here you need to add the task name, and you need to put the URL here and host your cfexec.cfm here, and it will download the file, and you need to click this save output to file. So this file will be saved into this directory C CodeFusion root cfide cfexec. You need to put the cfide here. So after that you need to click on this. So it got this. So you need to click on this run the task. So then you go to this CFIDE cfxin.cfm. Now you need to put the cmd here and cmd command ping this machine. So it's always better to try to ping your machine. So this is the TCP dump I am using, source from the 10, 10, 11 and ICMP. So the ping uses ICMP. So by default this is the Windows box. You can see in Windows by default ping takes 4 ICMP packets. So let's execute this one. If this is successful, we see the ICMP packets here from 10, 10, 10, 11 to our Kali Linux box. Error response file not found. So okay, let's host it again. So click on submit. I don't know, the file should be there. It's telling error response. I think we got wrong with the ping command. Okay, so let's, I think I messed with the ping command. So now let's ping this. So we are reasoning. Let's execute this one. So you can see there are 4 packets, so that means these commands execute correctly. Now let's type system info. Unfortunately for us, we cannot run the system info because the output will not be showed here. So what you can do is you can put this output to C/ ColdFusion 8 www, and in the root we have the CFIDE folder. CFID, let's say output.txt. So this should do fine. So the system info output should be get into this output.txt and it should reflect here. So let's execute this one. So okay, let's go and refresh this. You should see output.txt by now. So we can see, we should see the OS version from the nmap scan. Okay, we don't have the OS version, so we should have now output.txt. So based on the Windows version, we see if there is a PowerShell installed or not. So it's 2008, so that means PowerShell should be there. And what you can do is we should get the reversal, right? So I am using this nc. Let's use normal nc. We should get into this temp directory. So we can say PowerShell wget /nc.exe and out file to %temp. So it should be a local temp /nc.exe. So execute this one, and we should see a get request soon. So we did not get any request here, so our command has been failed. So let's say PowerShell so execute this. So we are trying to determine the PowerShell version. Okay, refresh this page. I think those quotes in the PowerShell one has been broken the command. So let's try without the quotes. So we are getting error, so let me check my notes how I download this. Okay, I did not use the PowerShell. Okay, there is no PowerShell, I think so. So okay, what we are going to do is locate So let's grab a copy. Share dot. So let's delete this. So what we are going to do is copy 10 10 16 190 slash share slash nc.exe. Sorry, cp assembly server py, and I am going to move it to Privesk. Now copy to percentage temp. So execute this. You should see the request now. So okay, we got the request. So that means netcat has been successfully copied. Now what we can say is percentage temp percentage slash nc.txt and IP connect to 1234, and upon connection execute cmd. Let's start the listener on 1234 and execute this one. So we got the shell. So let's run who am I. So Arctic Tourist, so that means you can grab the user flag, system info. We have already seen it's 2008. So let's try for Chimichurri exploit. So you can just try for this Chimichurri. If it is 2003, you can try for Churrasco. So this should be somewhere. So I don't have this. Let's go and download this. Save the file. Oh, it's zero bytes. Why it is showing 0 bytes? Open. Okay, now it will download the content. So now you can see the bytes. So we are already hosting this one. So let's go to copy, share, copy this, and copy to temp. So let's start another listener on 4444. So all you need to do is, so if you don't know why this binary, so you can just grab the system info and you can run the Windows Express register. So the command should be the IP address and the port number 4444 and hit enter. We should be getting the root shell. Okay, it's failed. Okay, maybe it takes some time, I don't know. So this should surely work. So okay, we got the shell, so it took some time and we are system. So guys, this web server may be a bit lagging, but you can do it. So that's all for this video. So what we have learned in this video is this ColdFusion server has decoded the password hash. From that we cracked the hash and got the password and logged in, and we scheduled a task which downloaded a script, and in the script we got the web shell, and from that web shell we got the reverse shell, and from that we found that it's 2008 and it's mostly likely vulnerable to Chimichurri exploit, and we run that and we got the root shell.